This video is brought to you by Miniature Market. Thousands of board games, miniatures, and paints, discount prices at miniaturemarket.com.
I was really hoping that we would see something a little bit better from Warhammer Fest. I held out hope, but I've come to a realization, and even though they have their big reveal today on Saturday, which probably be old world, and I'm sure I'll get into it. The truth of the matter is, I really think, besides anything Blood Bowl or something really special that comes out, I'm officially done. And I think it's time, and I want to put it out to you guys, is it time for me to really take a look at Kings of War from Mantic? I mean, let's take a look at the week. It's a game that I've held off on, and I didn't come to the realization until I was going through and I was checking out some of the videos and seeing that a lot of the people were basically, your bigger hobbyists are excited because they're excellent painters and they're more into it for the sculpts and the model, not the game. Those days are gone. The days of having tremendous gameplay are gone. Gav Thorpe, Andy Chambers, I can go on and on with all the brilliant people that were there that made that company great. They're gone. Okay? And the people that are left with some chubby guy playing with a little Thunderhawk, going pew pew pew. Yeah, that's going to get me. And then you see the videos around where there's particular individuals that are rolling on the table saying, "Look at my setup," with a low-cut shirt. Far cry from the real talented people I know, like the Candace Harrisons that know everything about a game. I guess it's everything to appeal to the new fanboy. And I should have remembered that my time is gone, long gone. It's not about the older guy, and it should never be. You should always be trying to get your young audience. And they're always going to be successful, and they're always going to be huge. But there are some younger people out there, there are some older people out there that still want to do the modeling hobby. We'll always have a love for Games Workshop. I always will. But this really sunk it for me. Okay, we got orcs. How many times can you redo the orcs? Okay, we got some new units for Imperial Guard. Okay, what's new? What's innovative? What's something different? It's the same old thing. Destroy a system, resell a system, and just regrind the same models out. Little better art, little better this. It's more of a painter's thing. I remember a long time ago, somebody asked an older CEO, he goes, "What about the gameplay? What about the games?" "Oh, we're not a gaming company. We're a modeling company." Games Workshop. Games Workshop. That was an actual quote. I'm gonna talk more about this after the big reveal, supposedly, and I'm gonna try to go live. I've been suffering through COVID pneumonia, and this is the most strength I've had in a couple of days. And if I don't get much better, it's hospitalization. But I had to make my feelings felt. And I think it's time to take a different turn. And I've ordered a whole bunch of stuff, and we're going to be taking a look at a whole bunch of different things. And I'm going to give you guys options. There's a lot of fantastic companies that I'm discovering out there. From War Cradle Studios, Mantic, and their incredible line of stuff that they're doing. Between Armada. Armada's really starting to get me to do something that I wasn't sure about. And I would love to hear your opinion about, is Kings of War worth really, taking a turn from all this stuff and building and doing and working, and it is something you guys want to see. I'm reaching out and trying to discover more things that we can bring to you and show you. Listen, I always have a love and a personal softness for Games Workshop. It'll always be there. And it'll be there with you too. Because I'll lie to you if any of us can just go. But there comes a point when I just really feel in my heart of hearts that we have to take it to a next level. That I have to take it and bring it to an incredible discovery of what's out there in the world. Because there's a ton of great rule sets and models, modeling companies. No, you're never going to get the top of the line quality that you're going to get from Games Workshop. It's a monster. It's the biggest company in the world, okay? And they are always going to make money. They are always going to take care of their shareholders. And they are going to appeal to certain groups to appease those groups. And that's fine. That's business. That's life. But there comes to a point where we have the right to discover other avenues. To hopefully find things that, if we still have the passion for this hobby, to enjoy ourselves and not be frustrated the way we've been. I really believe that taking a look at some of this stuff is really going to open up a lot of eyes and hopefully fill that outlet that you've had in your heart. I really strive to try to bring the best here to this channel. But when people are, and it's just a different world. And I realize I suffer from ageism because I'm just an old guy. I'm an old guy that sits on the outside here dreaming of days gone by. That 66 Matchbox van is always going to be better than that brand new Camaro Matchbox that is super fast, because different memories for different times. They're creating new memories for you, Games Workshop. And if that appeals to you, then that's a good thing, because as long as they touch and reach you. But I'm now a man out of time looking for things that to grab maybe a younger day, or I still believe in stories. I'll still watch an old 1954 movie and watch it for the story, where a younger guy will look at that same movie and go, wow, look at those special effects. Why do they have puppets? It doesn't correlate. There's a there's a divide. And that's what's happened. And I have to accept that. But what I have discovered are games that do have that old feel with a modern vibe, and do care, and do want to make a name for themselves. And those are the ones that we're going to show. Now, I would like some help with this Kings of War thing. Is this a good, viable option to head into? And is it worth me spending $400 or $500 to bring it in here for you guys to see? Now, let's hope today's big reveal for Games Workshop really hits home for you guys. Maybe it brings back some of that magic. Maybe all can be forgiven. But to be honest with you, with the likes of what I've seen, with a Necromunda set that's coming out, that's already been out, full of the same, most of the same models that we've seen 100 times. All right, Warlocks have been there a few times. I love Necromunda. I have a bunch of sets here of it, but that's the big release. And some of the box sets that they announced. Okay, yeah, will I get that Thunderhawk box set? Yeah, okay. But was that a huge reveal for a whole day? That was going to make a difference? With all the millions of people that are watching and hoping and praying? Wow, we get Thunderhawk gunships. And a guy standing there going, pew, pew, pew. Far cry from Gav Thorpe. Far cry from Andy Chambers. All the brilliant men and women that have put time into that company to build a legacy that is just that stands the test of time. It's being crushed and destroyed in some ways, but they will always thrive. They will always rise above, and they will always win. It's just one of those things. But we don't always have to sit there and take it. There's a small group of us that will find our way. And I promise you, I will help you find that way and light that way. So, let's hope for a really good day today. I have been not too impressed with the week. And who knows, maybe it'll turn around. But I promise you this, we're going to keep going forward, and we're going to do our best, and we're going to enjoy every moment that we spend together. Once we get back together, once I can beat my family for the last month has been fighting COVID. And now with me having it, I've really suffered. Hospitalizations and everything else. If I can get by another 5 days, I'll be around the dangerous corner. And I'm losing my strength right now. So hopefully we'll talk from my bed and wrap everything up later this afternoon live. Until then, it's your old pal Rob. We'll see you soon.